I don't blame Joe Biden for high gas prices. I do blame him for doing nothing to help us out. Here at the University of Billy, hey, we are about genius ideas. So I have another couple with you to share today, suggestions I would make to Biden. And one side note, it will not require one extra barrel of oil. One idea has to do with the demand side, and the other has to do with the supply side. You understand that about economics. More demand than supply is going to cause increase in prices, thus COVID. Way more supply than demand, prices will lower. It's very simple. Now, Biden has blamed COVID correctly because we shut down the economy during that time, including oil production. ExxonMobil, the largest American oil company, has laid off over 10,000 people since COVID. You can't just turn a spigot and it comes on. So we've got to come up with some better ideas. Thus, you got me. The first one deals with the demand side. Now, another economic number, macroeconomic number, is GDP, gross domestic product. One way to figure that is the total dollars spent by everybody in the country. So when you add up all that we spend as consumers, as well as business and government and investors, every single dollar equals GDP. Do you realize the government is spending near 40% of every dollar spent? Now, that's insane, and that needs to stop. That's why I'm always hammering government spending, but we'll leave that to other podcasts. But I have to assume if the government's spending 40% of the dollars, they're also buying 40% of the gas at the pumps. And so cut that in half. That would make demand decrease by 20% immediately. Just imagine the crude oil prices on the stock market, what would happen if he announced that. But more than that, the supply side. I was researching recently oil refineries here in the United States, learning more about that, and came across this incredible fact. Of all the oil that is refined in our country, 50% of that is exported to other countries. Now, that is despicable that we would be doing that in a time when Americans are hurting so much. So I'd have Joe Biden immediately say, you know what, we're going to reduce those exports by 50%, which would increase the supply immediately by around 20%. So 20% decrease in demand plus a 20% increase in supply. Can you imagine the dramatic decrease in prices at the pump within 30 days or probably much less? People ask me all the time, Bill, why don't you run for office? And I would never do that. I could never be a bureaucrat. I just hope that, we will vote for people that at least have a high school level education when it comes to basic economic principles. You might be asking, why would they not do this? It's so simple. The answer is this talk of supply and demand, add to it competition, profit loss, entrepreneurship. These are all terms and jargon of capitalism. We have elected people who deny capitalism. They want to move away from that. That's why they don't care about high gas prices. They welcome it. Consider this the next time you go to the polls.